The wedding was beautiful. String lights shimmered across the churchyard, soft piano music filled the air, and petals scattered like confetti across the aisle. Everyone smiled, hugged, posed for pictures. Everyone, except the woman standing quietly near the back, in a simple blue dress, holding the hand of a small girl in white sneakers. Her name was Rachel Moore, 27 years old, single mother, florist by trade, and the bride's best friend since they were 12. She wasn't supposed to be there, at least not according to the church elders. But she had come anyway, for her best friend, for love, for loyalty. And in less than an hour, she would be publicly humiliated, her daughter would cry, and strangers would whisper. But that's also when a man no one expected would step forward and change her life. Rachel had raised her daughter, Lily, almost entirely on her own since she was 19. Life hadn't been easy. A father who vanished, bills that never stopped arriving, and dreams that had to be shelved in favor of survival. But she found purpose in small joys, arranging flowers, building bedtime stories from scratch, and occasionally slipping into second-hand dresses so she could feel like the woman she once dreamed she'd become. Her best friend, Claire, had stood by her through it all. So when Claire asked her to be the maid of honor at her wedding, Rachel hesitated only a moment, then said yes. But 2 weeks before the wedding, the church's senior pastor called Claire's parents with concerns. A single, unmarried mother, especially one who never married the father, standing at the altar of a conservative church was, as he put it, not the kind of image we wished to project. Claire was devastated. She begged her parents to intervene, but they stood by the pastor. Quietly, reluctantly, Claire asked Rachel to simply attend the wedding as a guest, and not as maid of honor. Rachel had smiled when she heard the news. "It's okay. I'll still be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world." Inside, it hurt more than she let on. The day of the wedding, Rachel wore her nicest dress and tied Lily's hair in braids. They sat at the back of the church, quiet and proud. After the ceremony, as the couple posed for photos, Rachel stepped forward with Lily to give Claire a bouquet, one she had designed especially for her, filled with lavender for loyalty, peonies for romance, and white daisies for innocence. It was a beautiful gesture. But before she could even reach the couple, one of the church elders blocked her path. "Guests are to stay off the altar," he said sharply. "This is a place of sanctity, not spectacle." People turned. Cameras paused. Whispers began. Claire started to speak, but her new in-laws quickly ushered her away for more pictures. It all happened too fast. Lily tugged at Rachel's hand. "Mommy, did we do something bad?" Rachel forced a smile, blinking away the sting in her eyes. "No, sweetheart. Sometimes people just forget how to be kind." They left quietly. An hour later, in the parking lot of the modest apartment Rachel called home, a sleek black car pulled up. Rachel tensed as a man stepped out, tall, graying, dressed in a suit that screamed money and confidence. "Are you Rachel Moore?" he asked. She hesitated. "Yes?" "My name's Henry Cartwright. I saw what happened back at the church." Rachel's stomach turned. Was he here to scold her, too? "I was the one who donated the new roof to that church last year," he added. "And the one before that, who sat exactly where you did, as an outsider." She stared at him, puzzled. "I grew up in that town," he said, his voice gentler now. "Poor, raised by a single mother. We were told we didn't belong either, but one teacher believed in me, helped me get a scholarship. And now, well, I suppose I can afford to be the person who steps in when someone else forgets their compassion." He handed her an envelope. Rachel opened it slowly, cautiously. Inside was a check for $50,000. "I heard from Claire what you've sacrificed. Use this for whatever you need, a shop, school, a home. And don't worry, I already told the church they won't see another cent from me unless they publicly apologize. Rachel stared at him, speechless. I saw how your daughter looked at you. With pride. Don't let anyone take that away. 2 months later, Rachel opened a small floral studio downtown, Lily and Lavender. Business grew quickly, helped by a flurry of online attention once her story quietly made the rounds. The church? It issued an apology, not because it had to, but because hundreds of parishioners had written letters, and because Claire, now pregnant, refused to attend another service until they did. As for Henry Cartwright, he never asked for credit. But every Sunday, without fail, a bouquet from Rachel's shop was delivered to the teacher who once believed in him, now retired in a nearby care home. Rachel never,